It's time for Dodger Baseball with your inebriated hosts, Ace, Jay, and Andrew.
What up?
Legit time.
Baseball season's legit tonic.
What's going on?
Got some drinks.
Hello,
Nice.
hello, everyone out there in the world. We're happy to be here with you guys, even though no one's on just quite yet. But we will continue on and have a good time, and you will.
I don't even know if I like gin and tonics.
We're gonna find out right now. Yeah, Johnny and I have never had a gin and tonic.
Okay,
I'm more of a
well-
whiskey guy, so we'll really find out.
Here, let's just cheers first. Cheers to opening day and baseball bats and awkward cameramen showing little kids and young ladies. Cheers.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm drinking Golden Road Brewing Melon Cart beer.
nice.
Tastes a little bit like cantaloupe, a little bit like maybe like honeydew, watermelon. It's pretty delicious.
Sounds good.
Hello, it's AJA After Dark. It is indeed AJA After Dark.
Anyone who knows me knows gonna take about one of those, and we're Audi 5000 here, boys. So, if you start hearing me slur my words, we will be ending the stream here, fellas.
Good luck to this guy up here.
Good job with the pointing. That was.
I
great.
took a second to figure it out. I was like, wait, it's opposites. So we got to,
Couldn't even
there
tell.
we go.
Couldn't even tell.
It's hard to figure it out. But
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of baseball today. If you did, let us know if your favorite team won or
Yeah.
lost.
ours didn't.
Ours unfortunately didn't, but it's okay. We're California strong over here in our little bubbles. But yeah, let's get into some fun stuff first, and then we can talk about maybe some serious stuff later. Let me show Bryce Harper's cleats from today.
Ooh,
So-
fresh.
He got the Philly Fanatic on his cleats. These were not his actual game cleats. These were just warm up cleats.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
I don't know how long it took whoever it made to do this, but big props to you, whoever you are out there. We didn't do the research to find out, but yeah, pretty nice, pretty fun.
I used to
they
work
got-
at the Disney store, dude. They look like the Mickey and Minnie slippers we sell for the little kids. They look like. Right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's stuck there till he's 40, so he's acting like a kid now because he gets to live out with them for the next 12 years of his life.
Getting paid and paid.
He is definitely getting paid.
What is his contract like? The second most, right? Just behind Mike Trout.
Well, it used to be until Tatis and
Yeah.
Lindor signed. Yeah, not anymore.
Did they get more? They got more than him.
Tatis got Bryce Harper got 11 years, 333 million. Tatis got 13 years, 340 million, and then Lindor last night got 10 years, 341 million, just 1 million more than Tatis.
I was about
Yeah.
to say. So Bryce still got the most per year besides Trout. Trout, you 50 million. It doesn't matter. Pay him whatever. He's so good. He had a down
Best player
year
in the
last
league.
year and was still like a top 3 MVP candidate. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, he just isn't gonna win a title with the Angels.
Yeah, make the
but
playoffs.
whatever.
Why don't
Can
you?
they
Mike
make
Trout?
the? Yeah. Can they? Don't talk about Mike Trout. How about the Angels? Get somebody else. Get something. Do something. I mean, you guys think you're all smart getting Otani because he hits and throws. How about you just get a guy that throws and get a guy that hits and get Mike Trout to the playoffs one time? Jiminy Christmas. It's not like basketball. It's like 9 guys on a freaking field. Unbelievable.
They did sign Anthony Rendon, the third baseman from the Nationals, who went off and won the World Series with Washington in 2019. Gave him like a 9-10 year deal too, but not as much annual average value as the other guys we listed because I mean he doesn't really deserve it, but he's still pretty good. So we'll see. But yeah, a lot of interesting outcomes today.
I'm gonna go over a couple of scores from today. So the Rockies beat the Dodgers 8-5. The Blue Jays beat the Yankees in the first game today that kicked off the season 3-2 in 10 innings. Yankees kind of went back and forth with them there, but blew a 2-1 lead or whatever. The Indians lost to the Tigers 2-3 in a snow flurry game.
That was cool.
We're
That
gonna
was
show-
That's kind of cool.
sick.
We're gonna show
Yeah.
some. We're gonna show some of these clips right now in a sec.
I mean, football in the snow still wins. But
Yeah,
that was pretty sick.
the Brewers beat the Twins in 10 innings, 6-5. The Pirates beat the Cubs 5-3. The Phillies beat the Braves 3-2 in 10. So a few games that ended in 10 innings today. The Diamondbacks lost 7-8 to the San Diego Padres. The St. Louis Cardinals won 11-6 today. The Rays shut out the Marlins 1-0. And then on the opposite end of that spectrum, the Royals beat the Rangers 14-10. There's a couple games still left to play tonight. Kickoff in like 20 to 30 minutes. That is the White Sox at the Angels, the Astros at the Athletics, and the Giants at the Mariners. And then we had 2 games postponed today. Orioles.
You know why the Royals had to score 14 runs, right, Ace? They had Mr. Schmatrick Mahomes in the stands today. He was watching, so you had to put up a football number when you got Schmatrick there. 14.
Yeah, 14-10. That is a football score.
That's a football score, right? That's crazy.
Yeah.
It was like 5-5 in the first
like
inning.
a 2000, early 2000 football score. Yeah, not anymore.
Definitely. Okay, so well, let me show some highlights real quick while we're here in the mood.
Yeah,
let's show the snow game real quick. Let me pull that up.
I mean, dude, this looked really cool. You don't see baseball in the snow a lot, so seeing it, sick.
never
Look
do.
at this.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Was that a Pinocchio?
On sky to right. Deep and gone!
Gone!
Cabrera's 350th is a Tiger!
And he slid into second because he can't tell. He hit a home run.
It's a double! How about that?
gotta love it,
On
dude.
opening day!
We talked about Will Ferrell
Stadium.
movies a little bit the other day, man, and I think it's
Oh
his
my
Step Brothers
gosh.
where he's like, it's just
Outfield
power,
looked
just
good. He
raw
couldn't see it. He
power,
slid
like
in
going
second.
oppo in the snow, just power, just raw power, going oppo.
Yeah, they were watching Shark Week on the couch. Yeah. They just beat the hell out of each other.
I'm gonna pull something up that Jay pulled from Twitter here, because if you didn't pay attention to that to the screen there, it was pretty ridiculous. So here, let me pull it up.
What is this?
And if you guys can pay attention on this and this only. So this is the score card, so to speak, on the bottom of the screen.
Right.
Who's playing?
I couldn't tell you. It's a Pittsburgh and Chicago game. What do you think?
There's a Rollins
Right.
logo that looks like the Nationals logo on there too. It's just all kinds of bad.
I
Yes.
mean, what is this, dude?
I'm not sure what they're going.
And then
here.
we'll show right now. I have the one that Spectrum Sportsnet uses for the Dodgers. Oh my God, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. You get everything you need right in one thing. Shout out to Nick Jacobs. He's a guy we follow for Kansas City sports stuff. Chiefs fans, go figure. But he pointed this out, and then he brought up the Dodgers one, which was kind of interesting because we're Dodger fans. I don't know why he's watching the Dodgers, but go off. And it looks so much better. If there's anybody that likes this, please say so, because I have no idea why you would like this format right here.
No, it's infuriating to look at. I mean,
it really is.
I wouldn't. I'm not I caught that a couple. But yeah, it's kind of weird to see it out like that.
So here, I'll share the other one. Chrome. Here we go. I think it was this one. Yep. Yeah. I mean, so much better. You get the last at bat. You get the miles per hour. You get who's up. I mean, this is great. It all concise in a little box like this. I don't have to have 3D glasses on to see everything. It's in a little box. Like, I just was watching and I was like, what is that, dude?
Keeping this in mind too, like baseball games, they used to not even show any stats on the screen. There was even, times obviously where there wasn't even advertisements on the walls behind home plate or in the outfield. And then, as time has gone on, we've gone to more of a minimalistic look, as much as they want to make it look minimalistic, but to a fault. That other one was just horrible. This one, if you didn't catch the first inning, this one you would know. Bellinger got a walk in the first. Cool, and it's the third inning, so it must be a second at bat. Cool,
right.
Got it.
Yeah. I just didn't get it. I just had to point it out because I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. I don't know who's making the decisions up there, but get someone else because that's awful.
So speaking of Bellinger, let's show his third inning home run, and let's talk about it because it was what the hell moment.
Dude, be better, baseball.
Bellinger hits a high fly
Oh, look,
ball left
it's a home run.
field, back towards the wall. It is gone, just over the wall. A 2-run home run.
Even the
Tapia
announcer
might have
knows
gotten
it.
a piece, but it still escaped the yard.
And as a fan too, when you're watching
What
from
is
that angle, you can
Bellinger
see the
waiting
ball go over the wall. You see it bounce a couple times. It's just a little weird.
This video has one dislike. It must be a Colorado Rockies fan.
I mean,
The
dude.
umpires are coming together to discuss it. Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. It's a home run.
Okay, so
they gave him the run. They gave him the run for JT, but then only gave Belly the single.
So yeah, what they said was because Bellinger passed Justin Turner, that Bellinger is out because of that reason. But they still counted it as a single. Still counted it. They still let Justin score the run, and then they called Bellinger out. So
That's stupid.
You hit a single. It was ridiculous.
That's
So no one knows
what
what's
the
going
hell?
on. Clearly, no one knows what's going on. So let's punish Bellinger because he overran JT. When no one knows what's going on.
And then we'll watch this real quick.
At that point, the play continues.
So the outfielder caught it. Tapatio there caught it, and and it fell out of his glove, which is a home run.
Right.
By all definitions of it. So it was just a silly play. I mean, the Dodgers still would have lost that game even if you added in the extra run there. But still, the Dodgers were down at that point.
Don't even get Andrew started about the Edwin Rios call.
If you saw
Baseball-
if you watched
baseball's
the
a
end of the game,
baseball's a mind game, man.
Dude.
Dude, the end of the game was horrific. Like Edwin Rios got caught looking on a 0-2 breaking ball that was 4 feet off the plate. I had even the catcher couldn't believe that he made the call. The Edwin Rios couldn't believe it. The pitcher couldn't believe that he made the call that it was a strike. And for some reason, we were just it's okay. This is where baseball has to another one of those things. Just be better. It may not have changed the outcome of the game. It would have been ball one. So we did 1-2 count instead of 0-2, but he wouldn't have struck out. Who knows?
Edwin Rios has a home run percentage per at bat that only is matched by 3 other people in MLB history right now. I'm not saying that he's gonna hit a home run, but give him another shot, dude, and don't count him out. So this actually brings up an interesting point, right? Now baseball is starting to become a little more technologically advanced, right? Compared to, did you hear me slur my words right there? It's gin and tonics doing his job, boys. Technologically advanced, right? People have talked about having automated umpires in the back that call balls and strikes depending on where it goes. What do y'all think about that? Because I personally am not a fan.
Care.
I like the human aspect of it. You don't care? Okay, I'm curious. Why?
I don't care if they do it because you would prefer humans still. Because there's just they don't even today it just shows you they have rules, they don't follow them. They have definitions of what a home run is, they don't follow it. It's okay. Obviously, it's not a playoff game, right? It didn't screw Chicago 13 years ago that the play in the foul line. But anyways, if you can figure out how to make the game smarter, I would still the umps on the field. Not necessarily just for show, but because there still are some responsibilities that an ump should be able to carry. But yeah, if there's a way to make it cleaner, because when we watch at home and we see we see in the box and it's why even show us the box, because it just fuels the viewer to be oh well, that was a strike, and they called that a ball, so and then
unless it's one of those.
Oh, you're good.
No, that's one of those things where it's tailored to each player and their height and everything. If they can do something like that, because every time when we see it at home, it's the same size rectangle, so it's it doesn't account for the same player all the time. Max Muncy's 6 feet tall, but Cody Bellinger's 6'5". So it's a little different. Sorry to cut you off, but.
No, you're good. I just had a beer belch. Thank you for talking while I let it out silent. No,
Elizabeth's letting the cat out of the bag.
I know. Thanks for calling us out, Elizabeth.
Love you, Lord Lizzie.
Much appreciated. So about the strike zone, I remember playing the old school MLB baseball games on my PlayStation 2,
Right.
even Xbox 360. But like the box would change like per batter, so it wasn't always the same. So technically the ump is supposed to.
Remember how small it used to be when I don't know if you guys ever played with Jeff Bagwell, but he used to do that the hunching one. It used to be like this small of a box. Just
have the rules
strike that guy out.
Have the rules been updated since then? Because to me, and I still carry this in my head, but it's always from the logo to your knees. But I mean, I could be wrong.
No,
that's how
it's about there, and then you get a fist width on each plate side, so it's about the same.
So.
But I mean, with Edwin Rios, you could have put freaking 3 fists and still wouldn't have been a freaking strike. It's crazy.
Well, there's another way to look at that too. The argument will be had. Well, the umpire was calling that for everybody the entire game. Okay, so that's how. But you know what? The robot, the animatronic umpire, strike 3, you're out. They would call that perfectly because they would call it the same way every time. Unless, remember that one drone that came into Dodger Stadium? I don't know if you guys saw that last year where Kike was freaking out because he was getting interviewed on Spectrum Network.
On the drone,
and then the drone lowers in. I mean, I guess an animatronic robot umpire would get hacked at some point.
COVID, you gotta adapt.
Blame it on the Russians and then just move on with the day. It'll give a Fox News something to talk about, even though they don't necessarily know what they're talking about when they talk about sports. But
yeah, I mean, I like the human aspect personally. I mean, playing baseball pretty much my whole life up until I graduated high school. There's a little back and forth that you have, with the umpire and stuff. I mean, I've called out umpires, be like, "Yo, come on, bro, you've been calling that all game, and then now we're here in bottom of the 7th. You go ahead and give that, you know what I'm saying?" So the human aspect is a real thing in baseball. I think definitely more so than football and basketball. Basketball is a lot more ball hit the line, we out. You know what I'm saying? Your foot was on the line, we out. Football, even to a little bit of extent, if you're out of bounds, you're out of bounds. But baseball, there's that human interaction that I think is still something that keeps the old timers involved in the game. So something else that now that we're just going off on these new rules.
In 50 years, you're going to be the old timer. Sorry, what were you saying about Andrew?
Yeah, it's coming up soon. I'm 27, bro. I feel so old lately. Bad knees and stuff, We were talking about some of the new rule changes that got changed up because of COVID last year. One of them was, and that one of the ones that stayed was the extra innings. Now, when you get to the 10th, they put a runner at second. So, since we're talking about these new rules, what do you guys think about that one? See, personally, I like it because I'm young. I want to see action. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know I heard some old timer talking about an MLB Network right now about how, it's strategy with the GM and, it makes you have to have depth in the lineups. That way, if you get to the 14th inning, I don't want 14 innings, bro. Dodger game started at 7:30. Okay, 9-inning game doesn't end until 10:30 anyway. Okay, yeah. I'm not staying up till 12 o'clock on these 14-inning games. It's not happening. So I'm just curious what you guys think about that.
Yeah, go for it, Andrew. What do you think?
I mean, other sports, basketball doesn't necessarily have where it tops out at something, but NFL has it where just it's one overtime in regular season and ends in a tie. There's not really a threshold as to where. Yeah, college football too goes back and forth, but college football, the good thing about college football is that they start at the 25 and you have to match points. So that's different. So it completely adds, and if you depending on who wins the toss and what happens, you get to go and choose whatever side. So you can choose to be in your own section. But yeah. Again, it's 14 innings. We see games like that. We saw a 19-inning game a couple of years ago. We saw a 15-inning game in the World Series when the Dodgers were playing the Astros. The game could have been decided so much quicker.
We had a 16-inning opening day game a few years back.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, so it's what's funny though is to Jay's question. Every extra inning game today finished in the 10th inning. So MLB is going to look at that and they're going to be like, it works,
right?
It is working,
right?
100%.
So, I mean, for me, as long as it's not an unfair advantage, both teams get the extra runner. It is what it is. And then also, once you get to, a 14, 15, 16 inning game, you got, backup backup left fielders throwing out pitches at that point. So like it just gets a little
Right.
silly.
See, and I think that's what that old timer was kind of mentioning on MLB Network today. He was saying like, the GMs get rewarded if they have like a deep roster and stuff. Dude, I don't give a rip, bro. Like seriously, like I really don't care. Now when you mentioned the World Series game, that's where I'm kind of like, oh, you see, I can see where they're saying, that's a little bunk because you don't really earn that runner on second. But no one earns it. Everyone gets a runner on second. If it was, if there was some kind of unfair advantage given, I mean, I know we're not talking about college football, but God, college football is so exciting with that extra stuff, man. Then they do that when they do
It's
the
literally
extra
the best
time.
thing. The NFL should do
Oh,
it.
dude, no. Don't agree with that. Don't agree with that. College isn't getting paid, so finish it as fast as you can. But that's fun stuff, man. When that happens.
Here, let's show this highlight. So our first walk-off hit of the year.
And Arcia, a big bouncing ball. Kane's coming to the plate. It's glove to throw home. The slide. He's safe. Ball game. The Brewers win.
And then while you're watching, folks, I'm gonna play the last few seconds of the celebration. But look at the scoreboard on the bottom. Okay. Oh, but there's another team playing. Oh, what? Like,
Official word coming down now. Headset is.
anyways, that was a pretty.
Now, if I could just say something, right? We saw a play earlier. I think it was with the Cardinals. If you're the catcher, you need to let that ball take you to block the plate, right? They were talking about this on the MLB Network again, right? They talk about this in spring training, bro. Come on now, dog. Okay, nowadays you can't block the plate, okay? But the ball can take you into the base path if that's where the ball takes you. So you need to, if you're a catcher, you need to slide slide into the third baseline.
Slide your
block
ass.
the plate, bro. Block the plate. Come on now. I mean, what are we doing here? Again, I know you're not supposed to block the plate, but the rule literally says if it takes you in, Asa, you can play this again. Watch. I don't know if this is the same one, but you can slide in if the ball takes you there, bro. Come on, dog.
I mean, I get that a little bit, but like you also did have like the guy who scored, and I was gonna add on to like the thing about like having a guy on second base. Lorenzo Cain stole third base in that situation, so immediately he was placed on second base, and he stole third base, and that's why he was able to. And those of you who know who Lorenzo Cain, he's one of the like premier like 5-tool players in the game. He's an absolute stud on the bases. So once he got to third base, when that ball was hit opposite side, he's already halfway down the line. So as a catcher, like I know you want to like, and this goes for other situations, but when Lorenzo Cain's on the base path, it's a little bit different. I'm just saying, just for that,
makes
it's
it
a little
even
different.
more. That makes it even more the case. You got to block Lorenzo Cain from getting down the line.
Good luck.
on,
Okay, good luck.
yo.
It's low
Okay, here
Cain,
we go.
baby. He's really
Yeah,
good.
get this again.
So this is to tie it.
Okay.
The shortstop position.
And then this is the next inning.
And Arcia, big bouncing
Arcia,
ball. Kane's coming to the
chopper.
plate. It's glove to
Here
throw
comes
home.
Kane.
The slide. He's safe. Ball game. The Brewers win.
Can you rewind and go where the catcher's standing? Can you rewind and just pause right where the catcher's standing? He's on top of home plate. Look at his knees on. Look, he's on top of home plate. Let the ball take you to the third base line, and you block the plate.
Yeah.
I mean, this is close already.
He could have defended it a little bit better.
I mean, and I get it. The rules of the game nowadays are can't block the plate. It's the ninth inning, bro. I blocked the dang plate, okay?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
Whatever.
the game winner. Block
Yeah,
the
no,
plate.
you're
Put
not
your
wrong.
body on the line. Jiminy Christmas.
Okay, we're gonna show the last my last little clip here. This is from the Phillies game. We started off the show with Bryce Harper's cleats, and then they won the game. Not probably inspired by Bryce Harper, but
on the hands, looped out to center field. Roman Quinn
this
comes
is
in.
the-
Albies tags at third. Quinn's got it. Albies is coming home. He hesitated for a moment to throw to the plate. He is out and home.
so okay.
That's
So this
it
was-
right there. Yes.
So this was on the top of the extra inning game that
Yeah.
led them to. So Junior likes this right here. He likes
You
this.
darn tootin' I do.
Albies is coming home. He hesitated.
So yeah, look at him right there. He's already kind
He's
of
in the same spot. He's in the same spot as the other guy was. But watch how he let the ball take him to the third base line.
But again, by the time he gets the ball, by the time when he has enough time to get the ball.
Definitely
and
took him into the
no, I guess it's an opinion.
Right.
Real time, it's hard to see.
Give
Right.
credit to Roman
But if you
Quinn to
slow
make a
mo
throw
it,
on
he's
the money.
sliding
And the
that
credit to
way,
Muto.
and his momentum blocks the plates.
You're just it's just asking a lot of I guess out of catchers to be able. I'm just saying the timing of that, like the timing, like not every catcher can do that.
It's Major League Baseball, you know. They pay a lot of money.
I agree. I understand.
And here's the win.
Harper scores easily. Gene Segura was a man on a mission, and the mission was.
Looks like that fool was also drinking too.
This fool's twisted, man. Going down the freaking.
The Phillies acting like they just won the World Series or something.
The opening day walk-offs are fun, right?
What is the Phillies haven't had a winning record in like 6 years or something? They're loving it.
They haven't made the playoffs since 2011, which was the year after they won a World Series, if I'm not mistaken, because they made the World Series from 2008 to 2010 and won it 2 out of those 3 years. So they had, that's when they had like Ryan Howard, Roy Halladay, Cliff Lee, the freaking Chase Utley, Jimmy Rollins. Oh my God, that team was stacked, dude. Holy crap! Holy cow.
Are we showing the Levitard video now? The goldness. That's a Levitard video now.
Yeah. Share it from your your computer.
Dude, if you guys don't like the Dan Levitard show, I can't help you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these guys are just absolute comedy. So this is game 1 of the regular season. I think it was from last year. 2019. So Dan Levitard has Billy Gill. He's one of the producers for the show. Goes to all the opening day games, giving the live play-by-play. This is right after Derek Jeter bought out with all his investors or whatever, bought out the Marlins, and Dan was already not very happy with that acquisition. So this is great. Asa, do I need to press play? Do you need to press play?
You'll press play. And
Okay.
is your you shared the audio with this, right?
Oh gosh, I think so.
Okay, well we'll find out right now.
Let me try it again. Let me reshare it and then do it with the audio. Los Santo?
It's cool. We're not live or anything. We could edit this out, right?
Yeah, absolutely, right? I didn't share the audio, so good stuff on the call there.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready. Here we go. Ready, set, play.
Come on, Jose. Let's get this started already.
First pitch of the game.
We'll wait you out. The zip line.
You know, he just kind of kicked all over with his shoe. What he just wrote. Oh, here we go.
All right.
And the wind up and the pitch. Oh, God, a home run on the first pitch of the game. Oh, my God.
Welcome, Derek Jeter, and that concludes our Marlins coverage for the season.
He's, come on, Jose, let's get this started already.
Christ! You don't get any better than that, dude. I mean, holy snot, man. That's great. That's great. And if you don't,
that's pretty hysterical.
If you don't like that, you don't get the show. Okay? I can't help you.
Oh boy. They might come after you for that one day, using their lines. The gin and tonic is just, flowing through the veins right now.
What? Hey, Dan, I love you guys. Stu, y'all the mans. You know what I'm saying?
They'll see it. Sure, you're right. They'll see it for 100%.
Oh, it's going right. This is first thing in the AM for them tomorrow.
Talking point. It's gonna be on Stu Goss's weekend observations.
So I figured we could talk about the World Series favorites and go over ESPN's their staff's predictions. And we could talk about some new faces and some new places. So the World Series favorites as of this morning: the Dodgers plus 300, Yankees plus 550. The Padres plus 800, and then everybody else is plus 1,000 or more.
White Sox pretty interesting there.
White Sox are plus 1,000. Braves are plus 1,000. Mets are plus 1,100. Toronto's plus 16. Minnesota plus 2,000. So this is all to say, like, these are your betting lines. Obviously, the Dodgers are slight favorites over the Yankees. The Yankees and the Dodgers both blew their games today. So yeah, I mean, obviously these World Series odds will kind of go up and down. The the Yankees and the Dodgers are both stacked, but I think they were stacked last year, and only one of those teams made the World Series. So just food for thought for everybody out there. And then let me just we could just have fun with this, but so they're predicting Yankees to win the East. The Jays and the Rays both got a couple votes there.
Yo, the Yankees led the MLB in runs scored last year, and Aaron Judge and Stanton only played in 51 out of the 60 games, and they still led the league in runs scored.
Yeah, they'll once they're both like on it. Yeah, I mean, last year we had a shortened season, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
they lost Didi Gregorius, but they had Didi Gregorius last year. They still had Gary Sanchez. They had Gleyber Torres, who's still a big guy, and DJ LeMahieu, who's really good. Since you brought up the Yankees, by the way, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Gleyber Torres, and DJ LeMahieu, like the big four. It was supposed to be big five, but Didi Gregorius signed with the Phillies. But all four of those guys today were 2 of 16 with no runs scored and 7 strikeouts today. I know it's day one, but it's not.
It's opening day. Not the rest
of Hyunjin Ryu, baby. Ex-Dodger right there.
So we'll just go through a few of these because I got little tidbits for some of these things. Only really the Dodgers, Yankees, and Padres because everyone else, I mean, you could flip a coin and decide if those guys are going to make it.
You have anything on the Yankees still you want to say?
I mean, since 2018, since they got Stanton with him and Judge in the lineup, they're 88-47. That'd be on pace for a 106-win season, so that's pretty darn good. Their starting rotation: Garrett Cole, Corey Kluber, Jameson Taillon, and Luis Severino, who's on the DL right now. Is it the DL or is it the IL now? Right?
It's the IL, yeah.
Right. I'm very sorry if I offended anybody. IL, not DL. Luis Severino, he'll be back. So, I mean, the big question with them is, are they going to ever stay healthy? Right? I mean, that's literally the biggest thing.
Severino's always hurt.
Right.
I mean, Garrett Cole's, supposed to be winning every Cy Young award, and he hasn't won one yet. So we'll see if that this year's the year to do it.
It's kind of funny to me that the Yankees still don't allow beards. Like you can't have a beard. You're a part of the Yankees. Because Garrett Cole, if you guys know him from the Astros, like he had a beard for the entirety of his career with Houston. And he went to the Yankees, and when he was introduced last year, it was like, oh, okay, yeah, no more beard. I was really awkward, and the Yankees just don't allow beard.
Are they in and out? Like, are they? I don't know if anyone knows, but quick little story time from your boy. In-N-Out Burger, no facial hair. Tried to get a job there. Actually got the job. Showed up, shaved the morning before. Got to the job that day. It was my first day. They were like, "Yo, did you shave?" I was like, "I shaved this morning." They're like, "No, you didn't." I was like, "Yeah, I did." They were like, "Okay, you grow stubble too much. We need you to shave before you get here." So sent me home to go shave. I drive. I go home. I shave. I come back. They go, "Did you even shave?" I was like, "Yeah, I shaved." And they were like, "We can still see stubble." I walked out. I got paid for In-N-Out working 4 hours. I swear on my life. That's my In-N-Out working story.
You could probably get the job back now because of COVID. They're wearing masks, so you can probably get the job back if you're really interested.
Dude, one of my buddies from high school, and in high school, we were, 16, 17. He might have been 18 by the time he graduated, but like he shaved every day, came to school with the 5 o'clock shadow, went home with like 12 o'clock shadow. I mean, his face, he grew hair like a real man. Like, I mean, you grow your
I didn't know what to do, buddy. I swear on my life. I literally went home, shaved. They were like, "Did you shave?" I'm like, "Did I shave?" No, I went home and sat on my ass. For 30 minutes and came back.
Should have went on Twitter and started a Twitter war against In-N-Out there.
Hey, no disrespect to In-N-Out, bro. Top tier burger, you know what I'm saying? Top tier. Add the pickles, add the ketchup, no onion, because that's nasty. But we'll get into that one day, I'm sure.
Well, this guy. Just the rest of the AL here. White Sox got 28 votes from these ESPN reporters. The Twins got 9. The Astros for the West got 18. The Angels got 10. The A's got 9.
Cheaters! Bunch of bum cheaters. Bunch of bum cheaters over there in Houston. I'm glad you're getting what you're getting for the freaking Rockets for what you guys do, you bunch of bums.
I actually like the Athletics this year. And I always feel like the Angels just come up short, and then the Astros are verified cheaters. So
one thing about the Athletics that always makes me laugh, Chris Davis, for the last 5 seasons, has batted exactly 247. It is the craziest thing in the world. He has batted 247. I don't know what gods are in place here, what baseball gods. 247 has been his average. His batting average every season for the last 4 seasons.
Are the Astros still playing on the football? Oh, never mind. No, they're not anymore. It's like we'll continue. Don't pretend I said that.
You're talking about the Athletics. No, the Athletics don't. I don't think they play on the Oakland Coliseum. Well, I think they do play in the Oakland Coliseum, but the Raiders aren't there anymore. So now it's the baseball stadium.
Right,
yeah.
they're by themselves. I forgot the Raiders went to Las Vegas. Yeah, because they haven't made the switch yet. My bad.
But yeah, and then we have wild card teams here. Astros got 1 vote because they expect them to win the division. But yeah, I mean, it's all over the place there. I think for the most part, it'll be a pretty competitive year. With all
only
those
10 teams make it too this year, right? So just in case anyone was trying to, from last year, they had 16 teams make it from with that COVID year. Only 10, right? Back to what it was before. So.
And then who else we got here? Okay, so we got the National League. So the Braves in the East getting the overwhelming amount of votes there. The Mets just behind them. I guess, no, not just behind them, but the Mets behind them. The Cardinals in the Central. The Brewers behind them. The Dodgers in the West. Padres getting a few votes there. And then
they're so top heavy, the Padres, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, the Padres added Blake Snell and Yu Darvish.
That's what if you look at them, bro, you look at their starting rotation, right? It's Yu Darvish and Blake Snell, and then they drop off a cliff. When you look at their field play, right? It's Machado, Tatis, Hosmer, and Myers, and then they drop off a cliff.
And they drop off a cliff, yeah.
I mean,
pretty darn good though. I mean,
look at the Dodgers. Look at the Dodgers. Got depth, and we're so top heavy. We got depth. It's so top heavy. The depth is top heavy.
The Braves are honestly the team that gives me the most worry as a Dodgers fan. Even as if I was a Padres fan, the Braves are Ozzy Albies, Freddie Freeman, Charlie Morton's still there. I'm missing Ronald Acuna, and then to top it off, you have Juan Soto, the 20-year-old, who's just an absolute phenom right now, just raking bombs all year long. So
I got some stuff on the Dodgers.
Braves are gonna be good again.
Go for it. Yeah, give us your takes.
Okay, here we go. All right, for the Dodgers, right? This is just in the field, right? Belly, Mookie, Corey, Muncy, JT. It's unbelievable. Our pitching staff is so good. Our starting 5 is Kershaw, Bauer, Buehler, May, Urias, David Price, and Tony Gonsolin are out of the bullpen.
Buehler?
Walker Buehler, what are you talking about?
Oh, and you haven't seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, yeah, there you go, my bad. Yeah, I mean, dude, how many teams are going to have David Price and Tony Gonsolin coming off the pine? They can't even get in the starting rotation. I mean, holy Toledo. Last season, when you look at the Dodgers,
Tony Gonsolin would start probably in 29 other teams.
Oh, easy. Including the postseason last year. Dodgers outscored their team, their opponents by an average of 2.19 runs per inning. That's the 4th highest total since 1903. That's over 100 years. If you look at the ESPN top 25, Bellinger's number 12, Mookie's number 2, Corey Seager's number 22. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and it's not just the gin and tonic talking, baby. The Dodgers will break the MLB record for most wins in a season. Didn't get off to a hot start this with the opening day. But the Mariners were the last team. They hold the record right now, 116. Dodgers will get that, bro. They were on pace last year to win 112, and they only got better. So go ahead and give me the Dodgers. MLB, you're seeing this right now. First live stream of the MLB season. Dodgers break the MLB record for most wins in a regular season, over 116. Book it.
That's going to be tough, especially but that's going to be tough because there's 10 fewer games. So that's going to be tough.
No, they're playing 162, aren't they?
They're playing 152. 10 fewer games. So, I mean, bold prediction. That's the boldest prediction probably of all time.
Well, it's like the NFL season now with the 17-game schedule. How are we going to look at records going forward? If they get to 106 wins? I mean, 10 less games, but 106 wins.
Are they really playing 152? Am I tripping?
152, yeah. That's their shortened season, apparently, according to Rob Manfred, who's also allowing 100% capacity for Texas Rangers games.
We'll get to that. Are we getting to that right now, or are we getting to that later?
We'll wrap up this real quick. So,
Okay.
Dodgers are the favorites by ESPN reporters to win, followed by the Padres. Yankees got a couple of votes. Most valuable player for the AL is Mike Trout. Judge, Otani, Tim Anderson, Nelson Cruz, George Springer, Jose Ramirez, Matt Chapman, Gleyber Torres getting votes there. Pretty safe saying that Trout will win. Juan Soto getting the 14 votes here in the NL for MVP, followed by Acuna, Mookie, Jacob deGrom. Gonna give it to you a picture here. Corey Seager, Francisco Lindor, Bryce Harper, Tatis Jr., and Pete Alonso out of the Mets. Yeah, I mean, and then Garrett Cole is the favorite right now for Cy Young. Jacob deGrom, the other favorite. The Dodgers have two names on here.
And you could throw in Kersh.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
I kind of was surprised that Kersh opened the season. I was kind of hoping like Walker Buehler might have opened it, considering how well Buehler pitched in the playoffs last year. And I know, you know, like, and I'm as big a Kersh fan as any. Like, and you ask Jay, like, I'll defend Clayton Kershaw to the ends of the earth, and thank God he got his ring. I might not be defending him as hard as I have been in years past now, because I just like Walker Buehler is just nasty with his stuff. And I thought he should have been opening day starter, if not Walker Buehler, Trevor Bauer. But
2 singles today for your boy Kersh.
That's great. How about you not give up 8 runs to the Rockies, who just lost Nolan Arenado and have been led by Charlie Blackmon?
Slow down. Everyone allows runs in Colorado. Everyone allows runs there. Elevation. Everyone's hitting home runs every other day there. It's unbelievable.
I agree, but still.
Out of respect to Kersh, I guess, is the reason he got it there. Yeah, so a couple of the other storylines that came out of today. ESPN interviewed Joe Biden yesterday. Biden was happy to, see baseball coming back. Talked about his wife, Dr. Jill Biden, being a Phillies fan, how they dress up their dogs in jerseys. So, pretty cool interview. He talked about how he was a little upset because of Texas allowing 100% capacity. He, obviously there are like 15 states right now, more or less, that are no mask mandates and, allowing 100% capacity at most of their venues. Europe's gotten some spikes from this virus right now too, so who knows what's going to happen. But yeah, so that was Biden's, point of view, just listening to Fauci and CDC guidelines and stuff like that. Rob Manfred came on and said, he was listening to the local state officials and just leaving it up to, the governors of the states and what their mandates are. He's going to respect. So if it's, California where, they do a tiered system and baseball can be at 10% capacity, or if it's in Texas where it's at 100%, he feels the same way. He said that at all games there still needs to be masks being worn, and that he asked these teams to have safe zones for people that don't feel comfortable where they're at. He also mentioned that there's some space between the players and the dugouts, so like the first rows or whatever are supposed to be empty, but newsflash, Rob Manfred, there's always been space between the players and the fans. So not what's an extra 1 to 2 feet gonna do, but anyways, so yeah, Manfred versus Biden. We'll probably get an epic rap battles of history from them in a few years, but again, if you go to a baseball game, just try to be safe. I mean, hopefully you're taking the safe approach for yourself and others, because baseball is an awesome pastime, but it was cool to see fans in the stand. I mean, you guys want to chat about your thoughts. But it was nice to see fans back, and there were fans for some of the postseason baseball last year, so it's not like this is brand new stuff or anything like that. But for what it's worth, it was it's going to be a debate. Today we lost. Well, we didn't lose anything, but we will have to have some games made up because the Nationals have 4 players. I think it was at last check tested positive for COVID, with potential for 1 more. So it's just going to keep happening. Series, are going to get canceled, or there's going to be like 6 or 7 or 8 double headers per team because you have to make up games.
Right. A couple, and players, like you said, like they were excited to see fans in the stands. Like, a couple big name players, like Bryce Harper voiced his opinion about being, happy to see fans in the stands again. Miguel Cabrera voiced his opinion too. He jokingly said fans were telling him throw me the ball, and he was barking back at them because there's not as much what's it called? There's not as much like noise, so he could actually talk to them. He said he's like I gotta focus, guys. So I guess the focus paid off because he hammered a dinger. So the players are happy about it, but I agree with what Biden's saying. They should just follow whatever Fauci's guidelines are. It's just kind of the safest way to go about it. Just the Rangers, like you mentioned, having the full capacity, it's kind of inexcusable, man. I mean, there's already pictures circling around the internet with maskless fans and everything, and I know people maybe caught them in a bad moment, this and that, but you don't catch everybody in a bad moment, maybe they're eating or something. Not everybody's eating at the same time with their masks off and such. So
I wanted to show you real quick. This is from last season, but
against the Nationals, breaking ball, fly ball to left field. McCutchen checking his defensive card. Look, he wants to know if one of the fans wants the baseball yet. You want it? Okay, I'm going to toss it to you. That's great. It's a good toss.
There's a bunch of footage from last season where fans were being the fake or cardboard fans were interacted with. A couple of them got beheaded by home run pitches. I think Dodger Stadium. Will Smith took out a kid's cardboard head, so he sent him some Dodger merch and whatnot. I know you were making a point, but I just wanted to just show obviously the players want to interact more with fans, but
right.
As
long as it's done safely, man, that's all I'm worried about. Just as long as it's done safely. Just the whole non-capacity with the Rangers is already giving me pause, and the leniency at the gate is kind of worrisome for what's going to be happening going forward. So we'll see how it all plays out. Like you said, we already have 1 game canceled because the four players tested positive, for certain, and everyone's quarantining now. So don't know. We'll see how it goes.
If you tested positive, you can't play for 10 days. So yeah, you're going to miss 2 to 3 series potentially because baseball plays almost every day.
Right.
And then we could just chat about some of the new guys in their new towns. So we had mentioned earlier about Francisco Lindor, signed his 10-year, $340 million contract to play with the Mets. That was signed yesterday, right?
Yeah, last night. He made a point, like Jeff Passan was saying, the guy he's a reporter for ESPN, does all the baseball stuff. He said that Francisco Lindor gave a de facto finish date, he wanted to be done before the regular season started. So he was aiming for $384 million. The Mets were offering $320. They settled on $341, which is pretty darn good for a 10-year contract. Still, even though it's a 10-year contract, former Mets player Bobby Bonilla, Mets players will know this, July 1st is Bobby Bonilla Day. He'll be paid 12 years, $1.19 million, 12 years after Lindor's contract ends because he's going to be getting paid till 2035. Just wanted to throw that in there. So
he's going to be 72, and he's still going to be getting paid his contracts out.
Yep.
He's Bobby Bonilla. Smart man. That's a smart man.
Look up Bobby Bonilla. You could read more of the story there, but it's hilarious. July 1st every year, he gets paid out with interest. Pretty fun stuff there. So Trevor Bauer to LA, another huge signing there. The Bauer report. So he'll be pitching behind Buehler in the rotation.
He's actually ahead of Buehler. He's behind Hirsch.
He's pitching tomorrow. Gotcha. So we'll see how he does tomorrow. He seems super excited to be in LA.
Got Guy's a clown, dude. He's a clown. He's kind of a clown. On the mound, dude, his antics crack me up, dude. In preseason alone, like, just cracking me up. It's hilarious.
Next guy is Nolan Arenado, who was tied to Los Angeles for, I don't know, this is like the 4th year now, but he's in St. Louis, so he'll be in St. Louis for a few.
Good on Colorado. Colorado's paying for him to be in St. Louis.
I know his $50 million, I think it's something like that. The rest of his contract was like $51 million, so they're paying that off, which is nuts.
St. Louis is just a great organization. Like, they do everything so right. Shout out to Jack Flaherty. Dude played at Sherman Oaks Little League over here down in the valley where we're from. He was an absolute stud. I mean, just a freaking. I mean, there was nobody who was touching his stuff. He was hitting home runs every game, bro. I remember I was serving dogs over at the Little League stand, and you hear it in the you hear
Hot dogs.
Slinging dogs. Get them while they're hot. Get them while they're dogs.
You hear the speakers, bro. Jack Flaherty with another home run. Jack Flaherty with 3 strikeout innings. Jack Flaherty was just balling. He was an absolute stud from the San Fernando Valley. So, you know what's happening. Didn't see his stuff. Wasn't good enough, but he's pretty darn good.
Yeah, they added Paul Goldschmidt to last 2019 offseason, the first baseman for the Diamondbacks, who was one of only I think one of only 3 players in the MLB to have like 30 home runs and 100 RBIs in 4 straight seasons, dating from 2015 to 2019. So, pretty good over there. They lost Colton Wong, but I don't really know how much St. Louis is going to miss him. But Goldschmidt, Arenado, and Jack Flaherty to anchor your team, not too bad.
Yeah, Colton Wong's an okay bat, but yeah, not like a leader in the clubhouse or So I mean, I probably trade it for Goldschmidt, who has some more of that presence for them. They were referred to today as the Slam Diego Padres. I'm just glad they're not the San Diego Padres of Los Angeles, because we've already had too much of that going on. They picked up Blake Snell and Yu Darvish to their rotation, but if you listened 10 minutes ago to Jay talk, the rest of their rotation is just a who's who of who. So it's interesting. I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say like the rotation isn't nice, because they can bring up a rookie maybe halfway through the season that does phenomenally well, but I am a little Darvish last year or 2019 was in like ace form, and Blake Snell was a beast in the playoffs, and potentially could have won that game against the Dodgers had he not been pulled. So a little bit of snafu in that playoff game, but Blake Snell's a gamer, so it'll be interesting to see how they do in San Diego. But yeah, San Diego's trying really hard to keep up with the Dodgers, spending as much money as possible. What the Dodgers
They're ahead in the NL West, so
yeah, true. What the Dodgers do really well, though, is they spend money, but their farm system has been elite for the last 15 years. As long as they keep that up, it's extremely hard. Like Julio Urias was recruited when he was 15 or something, or even maybe younger than that.
Dustin May, same thing.
Yeah, like some of these, we have this guy that goes to Mexico to recruit, some of our farm players, signs them to a deal, because baseball is so weird with how they do their deals. But you can sign to a baseball team when you're not even 18, and then go to the farm system once you're old enough to to qualify. So we'll see how San Diego does, but they have some hitters, as Jay had mentioned, and they have some pitchers now. So, but if a couple injuries there, and it might be looking a little scary for them. George Springer is another one, playing for the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto Blue Jays have a fairly nice team out there in Canada. The top
Vlad Jr.
Vlad Jr.
Aren't they playing somewhere else, right? Because they're not playing in Canada, right? Because I remember they said something about Canada's not allowing the MLB to operate there. I think they're playing somewhere else.
Yeah, they're playing in New York.
Right.
They're playing in New York.
Right.
Yeah, last
part of the
last season they played in Bill Stadium, and then right now they're playing in Florida, in through May, and then I guess from there they're gonna decide where next. But yeah, they were playing in New York last season, and then Florida for now. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean, so it was a pretty fun day of baseball. We could pull up a couple of scores real quick to see. So the Astros and Athletics are tied at 0 right now. The White Sox have a runner on. It's in the second inning against the Angels, and it's a scoreless game. And then the Giants are up 1-0 on or 2-0 now on the Seattle Mariners. Looks like Posey and Longoria hit a couple bombs. Evan Longoria and Buster Posey. Evan Longoria is still playing. Feels like Evan Longoria. Yeah, feels like both of those guys are older. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. We could keep talking and chilling with you guys, but we're gonna get sleepy from all this alcohol we've taken. I finished mine. How about you guys?
Oh yes, sir. Put it down about halfway through. More than that.
Yeah, we're down and out.
So yeah, we had a fun time. Baseball season just started, obviously, so we'll have some more broadcasts, some more live streams as the season goes on. We won't be doing like a ton of fantasy products for the baseball season. If you want to be successful in fantasy for baseball, you have to literally be tied to your phone every day. So if you need a hobby and you don't have much going on in your life and you're bored, play fantasy baseball. You can do that. And you'll have something to do every day because there's so much little adjustments to your lineup that you have to do every day, or some lock in for a series or for the
basketball too, man. I mean, really, football is the one that we'll probably focus on the most because honestly, it's the one I like the most. And basketball is kind of the same way, man. You got to be at your computer, at your desk, wherever you do your work, right at lock, like 30 minutes before lock to get all the injury updates. I mean, if you're not, like, let's say you put in a lineup and you just leave it and, lock comes around and you're not up to date on who's out, who's in. Like, Kevin Love played today. Just throwing that out there. I don't know if you guys knew. Kevin Love played for the Cavs today. Yeah, I know, right? But if you started Larry Nance, you're probably not too happy about Kevin Love playing if you started Larry Nance this morning. So, same thing. We'll talk a lot of football DFS because I love it. Asa kind of dabbled in it last year a little bit, and it seems like I got him reeled in on that. So we'll be getting into that, obviously. But
I enjoy it too, but mostly for the theatrics of watching Johnny every Sunday morning, figuring out his lineup and everything. That's it's quite the scene. It's crazy.
It's the 2v2s, man. Just for our viewers, and we'll go over this again because it's something that's going to be a constant theme here. If I have a 2v2, pick the opposite. You'll win money every time.
100%.
You win money every time.
Guaranteed. 100%. Lock it in.
Can we do a quick hitter answer for this one? Because I was actually gonna bring it up real quick. The NL, so last year with the COVID shortened season, the NL actually got a DH. Now it's back to normal where the AL has a DH and the NL doesn't. I'm just in the park where I think if you're gonna have a DH, just have a DH for both leagues. I'm okay with having a DH. Pitchers don't need to hit, I don't think. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm surprised that it didn't stick around, especially since the runner on second base stuck around. I thought for sure it was this rule was also going to stick around. It's baseball thinks it's like in the 1950s sometimes, or it never wants to let go. Like Rose let go of Jack. Jack died. Jack was going to die at some point in his life. Rose just had to let go. Like,
there was enough room on that freaking door.
Okay, all right.
Never sat through that 3-hour film.
Did you open up the cabinets in that drawer? Maybe there was a bunch of like things in there. Maybe she could have pulled out a cabinet, threw a couple cabinets to him, and he could have figured it out. Or go float on a dead body. There's a bunch of frozen people out there. Like, come on, like what? But the point is like, come on, baseballs. Like, just like get over it. Like, have a consistent rule for once in your freaking storied life. And the fact that they still haven't officially like they don't consider Hank Aaron the home run king to me, and cheater Barry Bonds, but they won't put him in the Hall of Fame, but they'll still technically call him the home run leader of all time.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Yeah, if you're gonna give him the home run title, put him in the Hall of Fame. If not, then Hank Aaron the home run king. I don't know what to call you anymore.
Pete Rose too. I mean, there's been talks that for years that he's gonna get allowed to be anointed into the Hall of Fame. He just only ever led the league in hits all time.
He's
but whatever.
1,000 more hits than the next closest guy.
And it's gonna stand until 100 years from now when we're all dead, and then the people from 100 years from now are gonna be like, why are all these asterisks in this book? Or when the aliens take over this planet, and baseball doesn't exist anymore, these little things are not going to be important. So just move on with your life, baseball. It's okay to change things. It's okay to enjoy yourself. Let a little loose. Okay, the steroid era happened. Okay, I get that. You have to embrace it. Whatever, but no, yeah.
We loved the steroid era. When we were kids, we loved it, baby.
Exactly. Pitchers don't need a hit, though. Okay. That's it.
So here's the thing, right? Clayton Kershaw's batting 1,000, baby. So if you got Clayton Kershaw, who needs a DH?
Yeah, you're right. Kershaw and Madison Bumgarner, both of those guys rake.
Bumgarner rakes, bro. Oh, don't forget Big Boy over there in Chicago. Chimney. What's Big Boy's name? Andrew, you gotta help me. Big Boy, he was a former pitcher, Chicago Cubs. He was hitting home runs all the time. Hold on.
Sammy Sosa?
No. He's a pitcher. Chicago.
Oh, we're talking about pitchers. Yeah, duh.
Cubs. Pitcher.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Bingo.
Home runs. That's all I'm just gonna Google here.
It's not gonna show.
Dude. Come on. Not John Lester. Bro, he was a big boy. He used to play for the Cubs, bro.
Bartolo Colon? Carlos
Zambrano.
Oh, yeah, Carlos Zambrano. Yeah, that was like 6 years ago, though.
Yeah.
But either way, they're not. They're
His
not.
name rings true.
When they're in high school, pitchers bat. But still, like they focus on the thing that keeps them getting paid, and then they don't spend time in the batting cages. It is what it is. Okay, so Andrew, thank you for bringing up that question. That after dark question, because we were rolling the credits, but we reeled it back in for our main man A over here.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. All four of you still in here. Appreciate y'all. If you catch this on the replay, enjoy this for what it is, because we did the same. My guys here want me to say go Dodgers. I am technically bound by my blue blood to say that, so go Dodgers.
No bias.
No bias. But thanks for joining in, guys. We'll catch you guys next time. It's been a fun show. Go have a drink. Go relax. Don't be like baseball. Don't ever be like baseball. Okay? Bye, everyone.